Off the coast of New Zealand lives one of the largest populations of great white sharks on the planet. Stories of a monster shark have swirled around here for centuries, and locals say it has returned.
Ooh, you never forget something like that once you've seen it.
Now a team of shark experts have set out to capture this mega predator on camera and uncover the truth about what's haunting this island.
We may be coming face to face with the largest great white shark ever seen on this planet.
The team will search the depths,
There he is!
diving dangerous and unexplored waters
The cage is nice and sturdy, right?
to find the lair of this massive great white. Stewart Island, New Zealand. A sparsely populated community of just over 400, with a long history of sharks prowling the surrounding waters. The island was once a busy whaling center. Some say it's the blood of the whales that first brought this shark invasion. And they've been here ever since. Whatever the cause, it is a feeding ground for some of the biggest great whites in the world. Every morning, fishermen leave the desolate island. And every night, they consider themselves lucky to make it home.
Oh, they're out there, mate. Yeah, they're out there.
They claim that the great whites are getting more aggressive.
We've got no means of protecting ourselves from them or our children.
Earlier in the year, a massive great white rattled the cage of a Shark Week crew. And just a few months ago, one attacked a small boat.
We had an incident of a shark actually, bunting a dinghy with a family in.
Stories of a giant shark in these waters go back centuries. Indigenous Maori tribes have long told tales of an awe-inspiring creature called the mango tanifa. This shark was a supernatural being, said to be as big as a whale. Written accounts suggest the beast topped out at over 30 feet. But what if an animal of this legendary size has returned?
They say the only time a fisherman's telling the truth is when he tells you another fisherman's a liar. But I stand on my integrity, always.
Commercial fisherman Kevin Bork claims to have seen one.
There's a shark coming out from the shore on a collision course with us. And I'm looking over saying, yes, this was easily 36 feet. Like looking at another boat going past. Huge. Ooh, you never forget something like that once you've seen it.
Could the mega shark that's been spotted here actually rival the size of the mango tanifa? Filmmaker Jeff Kerr has spent his life documenting some of the largest great whites in the world. This year, he is searching for a modern-day legend.
There's a lot of myths and folklore about a giant great white shark in New Zealand waters. If all these legends are true, we may be coming face to face with the largest great white shark ever seen on this planet.
Joining Jeff on this mission is veteran underwater cameraman Andy Casagrande. A shark diving specialist, he is one of the only photographers willing to dive with these massive sharks.
There's just something different about these whites. They are truly the world's wildest white sharks, and I'm really excited to get in the water with them.
Jeff and Andy set out to find this mega shark on the Argo, which is captained by Peter Scott.
If you want to find sharks, this is the place to come.
Jeff has teamed up with Peter before. In 2013, they witnessed one of the largest sharks ever seen. A super aggressive 18-foot great white, the locals call Slash.
Do you ever see that shark again? Does he ever come back?
Not this year, I haven't, but he's bound to be lurking around here somewhere.
Have you heard any rumors of any really big white sharks in this area?
Quite regularly you'll hear someone tells you about a shark, a big, huge shark, but I guess there's bigger ones out there than what we're seeing.
What are we talking about? 21, 22 feet bigger? What do you think?
Well, that's what, like where I was saying, these big females up around the 20 feet, and some of those could be bigger than that.
We're looking for that upper echelon shark, the rare shark, the 1 in a million shark that only a very few people have ever encountered.
Jeff and Andy have brought on local shark researcher Kenneth Scole to oversee operations. Few men know these sharks better than he does.
These sharks are capable of causing some serious damage, so we've got a fairly extensive medical kit here.
I've been in the hot seat before. Don't want to be back in that place again.
Together, the team hopes to find a shark, the likes of which no one has seen before. Captain Pete is taking the team east from the village of Oban to an area where a monster shark has been spotted. As they arrive, they detect a mass on the bottom, a few hundred yards offshore.
Hey guys, come and take a look at this. Something fairly big on the bottom here.
Oh, look at that thing.
It could be a gathering point for these massive sharks. But there's only one way to find out.
I'll suit up, drop down, see what it is. I'll be back.
It's dangerous territory, even for an experienced diver. But it's the only way to see what's gathering here.
Copy that.
Andy lands in a sprawling kelp forest. A dark labyrinth of thick vines.
All right, Andy, keep an eye out for sharks down there. Over.
Suddenly, the sun is eclipsed by a massive great white. With the shark lurking, Andy scrambles to find cover.
I don't know what's going on right now.
But just as suddenly as the shark appeared, it vanishes. It's a horrifying experience for Andy.
I don't really feel comfortable diving out of the cage in New Zealand. I think it's suicidal. So next time, I'm staying in the cage.
With visual confirmation of a giant great white in the water, they decide to investigate.
Any words of wisdom, buddy? Just watch your ass down there, Andy.
I would assume that a shark investigating a rowboat would have to be 18 feet plus.
Our comms checks in as you get in there. We'll just make sure that's all working. Boom. Okay, mate, good luck. Comms check. Andy, you hear me there, mate?
Andy is convinced the shark he saw is still around. And he might be right. Almost immediately, a great white emerges from the kelp. And he's not alone.
Just be very careful, because when there's more than one, they'll be starting to get competitive, over.
This gang of sharks isn't intimidated by the presence of the cage. They circle, looking to attack.
Yeah, they'll do that, mate. That's why they're good at killing things, my friend.
The sharks work the cage from all directions, getting bolder with each pass. They're looking for a weak spot, anything to get at their prey. Andy is surrounded. The cage he was counting on to protect him is too small, but it's the only thing between him and certain death.
Holy!
Off the coast of New Zealand, a team is on a mission to capture proof of a great white that they believe could be over 20 feet long. Just below the surface, cameraman Andy Casagrande is under siege by a gang of sharks.
Just remember that it's not the one that you're filming that'll be the problem, it's the one that's sneaking up beside him, over.
Finally, the sharks break.
Roger that, Andy.
Until recently, great whites were thought to be solitary predators. Research now reveals the possibility of a more complicated pack mentality, often dominated by an alpha shark. If a giant, dominant shark were in the area, these whites would have scattered and let a larger shark claim the prey. A truly massive great white is clearly not here.
Finding a particular great white shark in an area like this is really like looking for a needle in a haystack, so we're going to have to rely on reports from locals and fishermen and anyone who can lead us to the shark.
Back on the island, surfer Chris Flavel claims to have recently encountered a shark that could be over 20 feet long.
So Chris, this was a huge great white shark that came up and sort of surprised you when you were surfing, huh?
Yeah, it was massive. Oh, it was a real clear morning. Relatively good swell, maybe 3 foot. And 6 meters in front of me, a massive fin surfaced. I was thinking, well, this is it. This is how it's going to end.
Then the shark disappeared.
Being a Maori, we respect all animals in the sea. The great white's at the top of that pecking order.
How big was this shark?
Well, the width of it was like a barrel, like a small car.
The description paints a picture of an epic shark. In 1945, a shark was caught off Cuba that is said to have been 21 feet long. In 1983, one of the largest great whites on record was hooked off Prince Edward Island, Canada. The gigantic female measured 20.3 feet long. The girth of the creature Chris described could make this a record-breaking great white.
I've heard that there is a shipwreck just off Stewart Island.
Really?
Where great white's supposedly hanging out.
A shipwreck off Stewart Island?
Yeah.
At dawn, the team sets out to investigate. The old fishing vessel lies in a remote area a few hours' journey northeast of the harbor at Oban.
So we're heading out a couple miles north of Stewart Island on this wreck. We got a tip from a local who said it's a really sharky spot.
Fish like to gather around shipwrecks, and those fish draw in bigger fish.
We're hoping that in addition to the normal-sized white sharks that we've been seeing, 14, 15-footers, that maybe some of the big boys are coming into this area.
The sunken vessel is at a depth of 120 feet. Too risky to dive. So they drop the shark spy camera instead. The camera can tilt and pan 360 degrees, giving Jeff and Andy a complete view of the bottom.
You ready? Okay, let it go. Go, go,
Right,
go, go,
going
go,
down.
go.
Here we go.
As the camera descends, it passes through a large school of fish.
I see the wreck. We're right below the bow of the ship.
That's a big wreck. I think it's a perfect hotspot. So can you keep just panning around and around and around?
Well, there's plenty of fish. So where there's small fish, there should be big fish.
Finally, a shark appears.
Oh, there's one right there.
Oh, yeah.
Let me pan with it.
There are
Oh,
sharks
that's a different
everywhere
one.
down there.
That's a female.
A big animal, appearing close to 13 feet, but not what they are looking for.
I think we just hang right here and let Shark Spy do the work for us.
They decide to settle in. Six hours later, all is quiet at the wreck. And then the wait pays off.
Oh, hey guys, come here. Check it out. Got a shark. Look at this. Look at this. Check it out. Holy. Whoa, look at the size of that thing.
It looks like the large sharks have finally come out to play, along with one massive great white.
Whoa! You blocked out the entire camera.
But in order to capture proof of its size, they'll have to dive into this nocturnal world, to the lair of this massive beast, where they'll find out exactly what's lurking in the darkest depths of the ocean. On board the Argo, the team is trying to track down a massive great white they believe could be the largest ever recorded.
Look at this, check it out. Holy, whoa, look at the size of that thing.
They're glued to a video feed where they have spotted a monster.
It's a massive shark. We have not seen that during the daytime.
Look at that. Whatever they're doing at the bottom, they're definitely active. I'm not really sure what it is.
They're definitely active, they're definitely aggressive.
I mean, if we could follow it.
The team decides to tag one of the remaining sharks to see if it will lead them to the elusive giant. At first light, they're ready to execute the plan.
There's a lot of great white sharks. They're congregating over the top of the shipwreck that we're sitting on. We're not sure why they're here. We're also not sure where they go when they leave this area.
To solve that mystery, Andy will rely on a device called the fin cam. This lightweight camera will clamp onto the dorsal fin and will track the shark's migration.
The whole idea is to put it on the fin of a great white shark as it swims past the boat. I think if I get this on one white shark, we'll see multiple white sharks.
Yeah.
The conditions are perfect. The sharks are good. I say we get this thing on and see what we can find.
But the camera needs to be attached by hand.
Yeah, this shark's perfect. It's going for the bait bag.
Oh, there we go.
Multiple sharks surround the Argo, attacking the bait.
Oh! Oh, man.
Andy can't get close enough from the deck.
I think the only way to do it is we're going to have to launch that little boat. Kenna, if you can keep an eye on sharks from your perspective. We need Pete to pull the bait right up alongside the skiff. Jeff, if I'm starting to fall in, I'm going to need you to grab me.
You got it, buddy.
Oh, here it comes again. Let's get that little skiff deployed.
Sharks circle the tiny boat as soon as it hits the water.
Hey boys, the tide's ripping out there, so I really think you should wear one of these. If you go in there, you're going to be 20 metres out the back of the boat before any of us can get to you. But we've obviously got a plan to get you back if anything happens.
What is the plan?
If you fall in, this gives you a bit of time before you sink, and then we can get you out of the water quick splash.
Okay.
I mean, it's a bad situation,
Right.
but it's not going to happen.
Let's do this.
All right.
The nearly 2,000-pound sharks far outweigh the dinghy and crew.
Did you get away?
All right, what are we doing here?
Just waiting.
It's a tricky scenario because we need the shark close enough to the boat to put the fin cam on, but not too close that it knocks us in. And these are really big sharks.
It puts a lot of pressure on Captain Pete to keep the bait in perfect position and keep the sharks from flipping the dinghy.
Just let me know if you see something coming, though. I will, mate, I will.
Oh, there he is! There he is! Oh, that's perfect, Jeff. When I lean, I'm just going to need you to counterbalance. All right, he's going to come up for that bait.
Okay, right behind, off your shoulder, Andy, right there.
A hyper-aggressive male suddenly targets the boat.
Oh, holy
Coming
It's going to
past.
be quick. Okay, he's coming right up.
Pull that
Coming
boat
up.
in a little bit, somebody.
And it's become clear.
A little too far.
The shark is in search of a much larger meal.
Fighting the rope. Fighting the rope. Oh, man. That's not good.
Hold on tight, here it comes.
Just off Stewart Island, Andy Casagrande and Jeff Kerr are on the heels of a 20-foot great white. They're attempting to put a camera on the fin of a shark and track it to the feeding ground of an elusive mega predator.
Okay, right behind, off your shoulder, Andy, right there.
Oh, holy. Okay, he's coming right up.
Pull that
Coming
boat
up.
in a little bit, somebody.
A little too far.
Fighting the rope.
If the rope is severed, the boat will become highly unstable.
That's not good.
Get the rope. Bugger.
Hold on tight. Okay. Hold on real tight. Okay. Oh, man.
Okay, you're okay?
He's clear, he's clear. All right. Wow. So we just had our first attempt at deploying the fin cam. Big shark came out right here. We went for the bait, and then he got caught up on our front line, which we're tethered to the main boat.
Eddie, hit the chunk.
Wear him from the left or right. Holy.
Under the boat, rushing at the bait.
It's a bit nerve-wracking being in a little boat that's no bigger than the size of the shark. But the shark is actually bigger than our boat.
Coming back.
It's another shark. Two sharks. All right, you guys got to keep spotting. Here he comes. Holy.
I don't know if this is such a brilliant idea. Yeah, no, I think this is it.
Oh, yeah! There he is. There he is.
Yeah, no, man, I think we'll have to call it, but I don't think we can have a bait in there. I really don't.
So, Kenny, you think this is just too dodgy, yeah?
They're not malicious, Andy, but they do kill things for a living.
All right.
But it's their only chance of finding out where the massive great white is feeding.
Coming
We don't
back
wanna
towards
fall
you,
in.
guys.
He's coming up. Where is he?
Right up your bow.
Oh, there he is.
Dorsal just under the water.
Oh, well, just not close enough. All right, here he comes. Pulling the boat. Yep. Yeah! Woo! Fin cam is on!
Awesome. Well done.
All right, well, the fin cam's right at the base of the dorsal fin of the first great white shark in New Zealand. I'm pretty sure I was recording, and this is gonna be awesome.
Hopefully, it will lead them to a shark of truly legendary proportions.
The fin cam will pop off within 3 to 4 hours, and maybe it's gonna lead us back to this lair of where these monster sharks live.
Certainly, if the rumors are true, there's got to be a bigger shark out there.
The camera is recovered near the shoreline, 5 miles from the wreck.
Wow, that's cool. See the scar on his head? That's such a cool perspective.
The footage shows the head of the great white as it circles the boat. After a few minutes, it moves off along the reef.
It's amazing to me how often it's coming up on other sharks.
There's another shark. They're coming sort of head onto each other. This guy gives kind of, well, he gapes.
It's the first time the natural behavior of these New Zealand whites has ever been captured. It also reveals important clues about their interactions and social structure.
It looks like he's heading sort of to the northwest. Could there be whales maybe in that area?
We've probably got all kinds of big animals really close to shore.
Big prey means big sharks, maybe even the biggest shark ever recorded. They retrace the path of the fin cam to see where the large great white sharks are feeding. It takes them along the rugged northern coast of the island to an area with a recent shark sighting. The water along the coast is too shallow for the Argo, so they'll have to dive without a cage.
It looks like it drops off pretty steeply there, Andy. There could even be some caves and some of those little crevices.
Yeah, definitely, especially right up in there.
Right up in there.
The surge does not look that friendly, but I think I could pull it off if we stayed at the bottom.
It's gonna be pretty full on.
Andy and Kinna approach the cliffs in search of a good dive spot. They're hoping the fin cam has finally led them to the feeding ground of a mega shark.
Pretty surgy down here, Andy. The business isn't very good either, man. I say we definitely stick to the bottom. Okay, mate, follow me.
The guys scour the bottom, looking for signs of recent shark activity. Andy and Kinna decide to check out a large cavern. They explore the cave, keeping one eye over their shoulder.
This is pretty eerie down here. Hang on, Andy, what's that? What's that over there? Shine your light on it. Pretty sure that's a sperm whale, maybe a rip bone.
Sperm whales can grow to 60 feet in length and weigh up to 65 tons. Large sharks have been known to prey on young whale calves. Andy is convinced they are in the right spot to find their shark.
If you want to find big sharks, you need to look for big prey. Right now, we just found a whalebone in a cave. To me, that's evidence that the prey is here, so the predator should be here.
The only way to find out is to dive at night, when these big sharks are most active. It's the first time this kind of night dive has ever been attempted in New Zealand. If this really is the nocturnal hunting ground of massive white sharks, Andy and Kinna will be dropping into a feeding frenzy.
So have you ever dived with white sharks at nighttime? I haven't, Andy. Certainly never been to the bottom with them, and I don't know that anybody ever has in New Zealand, so it's going to be a first.
Here we go. Awesome. JK, you good to run?
Okay, I am recording. Go ahead, drop it in.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
See you later.
The shark spy scours the darkness.
Well, you know these white sharks are going to probably come from the side where they're not illuminated.
Oh, there's one right there. Right there.
Sick.
Geez, that's coming straight up vertically at the cave.
That shark was humongous.
Soon, that lone shark is joined by 4 or 5 more, curious about the light coming in from above.
They're down there waiting, guys.
Always nice to know we're going to welcome a committee, Andy.
Yep. Really good.
The team will monitor a total of 6 underwater cameras.
All right, it's rolling. Good to go.
Hopefully, they'll capture an image of a legendary great white.
Good luck, guys. I'll be watching.
Copy me, over. They really have to be on their toes. Like I've dived with these guys before.
The cage is their only line of defense,
Shark's right below him.
but it's not impenetrable. As the team has witnessed, great whites will stop at nothing to punch through a cage.
Turn down.
The team is heading into a great white feeding frenzy. And if they come face to face with their mega shark, they're going to be in for the ride of their lives.
Going down.
The team has tracked down the feeding ground of a massive great white and are now heading to the bottom of the ocean into a feeding frenzy.
Copy that, Kinna. I've got you on camera. We're watching you right now. Over.
Okay, we're approaching the bottom. Approaching the bottom.
When the cage touches down, the curious sharks scatter.
All right, I have a visual. The shark spy is directly behind you guys. Over.
It's pretty sketchy down here. Super jerk and it always wants to cram all over my lights. It's not making it easy to light this up.
If you need to signal us, just look behind you. Over.
A large shark emerges from the black. It looks to be almost 15 feet long.
Copy that. Kenna, I'm watching you, over.
Andy opens the gate to get a better shot. But it's an invitation for the sharks to enter the cage. Circling sharks begin to whip their tails, a clear act of aggression, a signal they're ready to attack.
Oh, he just bumped the cage. He just bumped the cage. Copy that. I've been doing Shark Week for 25 years. I've never seen anything like this.
It's almost like they're competing to get in here.
Then the sharks disappear into the night. Something has driven them from the cage. Something much bigger.
Oh! It just hit the cage.
Help.
Kenna, I just saw that shark ram the cage. Are you all right? Over.
The massive great white knocks the cage, disorienting the divers.
Kenna, this is Jeff. Over.
Jeff, the secret's trying to push the envelope and play with fire. Now pull us up. We're ready.
With their cage under attack, the team must head back to the surface. But they may have just come face to face with a mega shark.
That was the sketchiest great white shark dive of my life.
That looked unbelievable, man.
Did you get that?
Look, it looked like the moon or something. It
Oh my
shot from the
God.
moon. It was incredible.
Did you see the sharks? Every approach was
Yeah.
straight at the cage. Unbelievable, bro. That was unreal. That was one of the scariest shark dives, if not the scariest of my life. I was freaked out.
These things, right from that very first one, you just looked, turned around sideways and swung straight in.
Real.
Just one after the other. Bang, bang, bang.
These sharks were hunting, and they were essentially hunting us.
Yeah, incredible.
There actually was one shark, and it was the dorsal fin was this high. I mean, maybe that was our shark.
Jeff believes this shark could be over 18 feet long and the biggest shark he's ever seen. Bigger than Slash, or even Colossus. A true lord of the sharks, worthy of its own name.
Seeing that, we may have to rethink everything we thought we knew about great white shark.
Its sheer size proves that the legendary Mango Tanifa could be more than just a fishtail. Someday, the team hopes to know even more about this epic monster and reveal the secrets of nocturnal sharks.
Yeah, the fact that they are nocturnal and they're probably doing most of their hunting at night, what an incredible journey.
For now, they've successfully shed some light on this dark corner of the ocean and escaped the lair of the mega shark.